See, wherever I go, stay ready, stay alert, always prepared for whatever. I see you. There's a seat right here. You can see from all angles. I'm ready. It's time to get down to business. Game time.
Hi, honey. I know you just made it to the library, but love of my life, my hero, my lion, you forgot your A game. So come home, take it, and then you can go and conquer the world, black man. Oh, and one more thing. Would it kill you to just wear some socks? I'm just saying. Love you. And can you bring home some milk?
Oh, man. She's killing me. Okay, I'll go back. I'm gonna get my A game. I'm not putting them socks on. I'm good. I'm fly. I'm fresh. I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven to get some milk.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. I got a real quick video to show you guys what I'm talking about today is how black women can spot their haters, and it is not what you think. So I'm gonna show this real quick video to you guys, and then I'll be back with my perspective. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
Come close. Please, let's talk. Let's ladies, come close. Please, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. I made a video stating how I wronged a man. I wronged him. I used him for his company many years ago, but still, I used him for his company because I didn't want to be lonely, but I didn't want a relationship at the time. And I have women in the comments blaming the man. Oh, he was gaslighting you. He was love bombing you. He had something up for him to act that way. It's not your fault, sis. Yes, it was. Ladies, we have to learn how to take accountability and put accountability on our sisters for when they do bad, when they're not nice. Okay? Ladies.
Now, you guys heard that. She was talking about something that she shared on social media and how she was wrong for behaving in a certain fashion with a man in the past. She wasted his time, basically, wanting him around, stringing him along, I assume, not really wanting a relationship, but wanting the masculine energy, wanting the company from the man, you know. And then whatever happened, I don't know how their relationship ended or whatever. But she was trying apparently to take accountability for having done that, for having actually been the one in the wrong. It wasn't his fault, it was her fault. And she's saying it, that, listen, I did this to this guy. I wasted his time. I wasted energy or what have you. And I didn't really want nothing with this dude. I didn't want him. I didn't really want him, and I didn't really want to do nothing with him. You know, he was just convenient. He was there for the moment. You know, he satisfied what I wanted for that moment or whatever, for however long it was. And then I was done with it after that. And even though it may be sometime later, I'm actually coming to say I was wrong. It wasn't him. It was me. I did that. I did wrong in that situation. I wronged that man. And then she said she had women in the comment section trying to gaslight her and saying, no, it was the man's fault. It wasn't your fault, sis. And I want to talk about this fake sisterhood that black women think that they are supposed to be having with each other, where they think that means support Black women whether they are right or wrong. Support them in foolishness and when they're doing okay. And it's like, no, that is actually not sisterhood at all. That is not how we are supposed to be showing support to one another. That's not how we supposed to be sisters to one another. Because that doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't help anybody. If you support and reward your sister when she does wrong, then there's no incentive for her to be corrected. And the reason why we do that is because we don't appreciate no correction either. So we want somebody to tell us we right even when we wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to take the accountability. And a lot of times women can influence one another by doing so, because we already grow up in a situation and in a society that tells women through feminism that she's not accountable anyway for anything that's going on in her life, for none of the decisions that she makes. She's actually not accountable for any of the outcomes, no matter about her being an adult and making adult decisions and things of that nature. At the end, women are helpless and they're victims. They're victims of circumstance. They're victims of this mysterious patriarchy that we don't live under anymore. They're victims of their own decisions. They're victims of whatever the case may be, life in general. And so it's always, if Black women are always victims, then that must mean Black men are always to blame. They're always the ones doing something to us, regardless of what we did or how we contributed to a situation. So when we see other Black women even attempt to take accountability, even for small things, even for, you know what, I shouldn't have done that because, you know what I'm saying, that was kind of wrong. You know, I shouldn't have really treated that person like that, or I really shouldn't have acted that way. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm removed from a situation, I'm not emotional about it anymore. And I think back to it, whether I'm thinking back was just earlier this day or a couple of years ago. When I think back to it, you know what? That wasn't good. I wasn't being good at that point. At that time, I was being pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was pretty bad how I responded, or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter what it is. If we catch a Black woman trying to be accountable for her own stuff, we quickly will run. Not we. This is for y'all. I don't do that. Trust and believe. I promise you, I don't do it. But some of y'all will go and run straight to her and be like, no, sis, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You all right, girl. You did the best you could, blah, 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 blah. And try to big her up and try to, you know what I'm saying, lift her up, rather than allowing her to go through her period of self-reflection and possibly be a better person next time. So if similar situation comes up, she'll know what she can't do and what she shouldn't do and what's not a good idea for her to do. It was the wrong response, or it was the wrong reaction to have. And she didn't feel good about that reaction the last time something like this happened. So if there's a next time where there's a similar situation going on, she knows, you know what, I can't do that because that's just not a good idea. It just didn't turn out good. Even if no other person said anything about it, I just don't feel good about it. In myself, I just don't like it. I don't like how I acted, or the things that I said, or the things that I did, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And instead of putting the blame on somebody else and saying, well, they made me do a certain thing, or I wouldn't have done that thing if they hadn't done that thing, I'm just going to take responsibility for myself. Because at the end of it, I'm the only one that I can control. I control me, not everybody else, and not all the other circumstances that I found myself in. If we see a Black woman trying to take accountability, we will run and be like, nope, you got to play accountability dodgeball, because if I let you take accountability for your stuff, then when it's time for me to take accountability, you going to let me do it. And you're not going to run to me and be like, oh, no, sis, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It was them. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about what they did. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even did all that if they hadn't did all that. You know what I'm saying? And just making excuses. And it's just like, no. The reality is, women like that keep us in dysfunction. Black women keep each other in dysfunction a lot, because it's just easier to be like, well, okay, I don't have to take accountability, and the people around me aren't going to hold my feet to the fire. And y'all think that that's actually sisterhood, even when you know she's wrong, right? And so a lot of times we enter into cognitive dissonance. This is why a lot of Black women are walking around with cognitive dissonance. One thing will be true one time, and then that same thing will be false another time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is why y'all say stuff like my truth, because y'all live in a constant state of cognitive dissonance. And what I'm talking about is you'll know the truth and then willingly believe a lie. So if I know that I treated somebody like a piece of crap, and I know I treated them like a piece of crap, like I know all the details, all the nuances, and I know that how I responded or acted at a particular point in time was wrong. It was unequivocally wrong. It was wrong, without a doubt. Then I tell somebody about it, a best friend, whatever, a woman. And I tell her, you know what? I just didn't like that, man. I was wrong. And she do everything she can to gaslight me into thinking that I was right. That would be cognitive dissonance with me accepting that. Because on the one hand, I actually know the truth. I actually know that I was wrong. I know I was. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know it. But then I actively will accept the lie that I didn't do nothing wrong, because it make me feel better to accept the lie. See, the self-reflection can often be uncomfortable and or painful process for us to go through, but that is the road to coming out of the lost value system into the 10 life values. The road from being lost to being found is self-reflection and insight, because those things lead to the truth. And we're going to have to stop surrounding ourselves with women who will tell us a lie to make us feel comfortable. These are your haters. How to spot a hater? The woman that will lie in your face and you know she lying, and she's doing it to keep you from evolving. She's doing it to keep you where you are. She's doing it to stop you from rising up, from being a better version of yourself. She's actually actively trying to prevent you from doing the steps that it will actually take for you to be a better person. Those are your haters, not the ones that frown up because you got a couple of dollars, not the one that frown up because you might have a successful relationship. There's a portion of that hate, okay, if we just want to use the modern cultural definition of the word hater, but your real hater is the one that feeds you lies to keep you where you are because they're comfortable with where you are. You understand what I'm saying? They're comfortable with your dysfunction. Because if you dysfunctional, well, they feel like, misery love company. I don't have to do better because my girlfriend don't do no better. And when I see her start to go on the road to doing better for herself, to being a better person for herself, then I gotta actually stop that, because I'm not doing no work to be better. And I don't want her to leave me behind. So instead of me getting on that program and being a better woman for me so that we both can elevate and we both can evolve, I would rather be the proverbial crab in a barrel and keep her down. She down here with us and she can't be no better. Because that makes me uncomfortable to know that I was once hanging around and calling myself friends with a particular woman, and then she started going towards and living her life in the 10 life values, and she became a better person than the person I knew and the person that I was friends with. And now I'm hating, and I do that hate. I show her the hate in the form of trying to stop her from that path. That's how you spot your haters. So next time you use that word, make sure you're using that word properly and correctly. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.